So what does this big check do for their ego, and how should they combat that change in thinking?
So I don't think anybody can combat the normal response that they have. So if today somebody gave me $10 million or something,
Yeah.
I don't know, I might flip. I
Yeah.
don't know, because I've never had that amount of money.
Yeah.
So think of it along those lines, that these kids have never had money to do the kind of things they want to do. And suddenly somebody's given them $2 million. You would think that someone around them, whether it's a father, uncle, mother, whoever is sort of conversing with them and making sure that they do the right thing, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in business, will guide them to a certain degree. That's why we suggest to a lot of founders that they should find a mentor early in the game who will guide them, somebody who's done this before,
Right.
somebody who knows what are the mistakes that people make, and somebody who can tell them that, look, this money will not last forever. Once it runs out, what are you going to do? So yes, today you bought a car, tomorrow you might have to sell everything that you bought, right?
You haven't thought that far out yet. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So there needs to be a mentor. And initially when we started the startup ecosystem here, there weren't enough mentors.
And so the Nest and even Katalyst, was it solving this problem? Was it providing that mentorship?
It was, and it was not us alone. Where I remember when we started the Nest, a lot of people were so excited from the business community, not necessarily techies, but people who were in business, who came over and said, how can we help? And that's what's good about Karachi. If somebody sees that there's something great that's happening, they will come over and they say, how can we help? And they mentored a lot of these young people early in the game. And they're still connected to them.
Right.
Which is the best thing, because if you can be connected with your mentor over a long period of time, maybe you need additional mentors along the way. If you decide you're going to go into textiles, or you're going into manufacturing, or you're going into something, you need mentors in that particular segment of the industry. But for general guidance on how to run a business, for relationships, for connections, you need a mentor who can guide you through that over a long period of time, and who cares. They will not take anything from you, and most of these mentors don't. Until you've set up a business, you're making money, then if you involve them a lot more, then maybe you give them 1% or 2% of your company. But not early in the game. If they are responsible mentors, they're not going to ask for it, because many of these companies will not make it.
So how do you, if you're not part of one of these incubation or sort of startup, incubation centers, how do you find a good mentor? Like, what's the way? I mean, for example, I've been wanting to find a good mentor. Never really found one. I got pieces of mentorship guidance along the way from different people on different things. But how does one establish a mentoring relationship with someone?
So you don't necessarily have to be a part of an incubation center. I think that was a beginning to start an ecosystem that was needed.